Abuja. This is Property Talk with WORIN Nigeria. WORIN stands is an acronym for Workers in Your Neighborhood. It's good to see you this beautiful afternoon, Abuja. And WORIN is a platform that connects artisan and construction professionals um, and with clients, individuals in the construction industry. It is airing live on the Armed Forces Radio 107.7 Abuja at every 12:30 every Monday. We encourage you to always turn on reminders to always be with us and then listen to our insightful conversations. My name remains Philip Olamide. I'm sure you've known me. And here with me are my beautiful colleagues. And on my right here is
My name is my name is Farida Amode. Good afternoon, everyone.
yeah, Farida. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you with me on the show this afternoon. And my left is
Yes, my name is Obona Miracle.
awesome, awesome, miracle. Good to have you this afternoon.
Thank you.
Yeah. So today we'll be having a very insightful conversation around the real estate and construction industry. And I tell you, this is not just any discussion. This is going to be it's going to open your minds around the processes around land in Abuja. And I assure you from today's conversation, you have a huge knowledge. Yes. So nobody's going to dabble
A
you
lot to
into
Yeah.
take home.
yes, a lot to take home, exactly. Nobody's gonna dabble you into, say, somebody carry you to the corner and say, now like this they do, now like this they do. No, 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 no. Definitely not. Today we're going to be enlightening you on um a lot around the laws and modalities that shape real estate construction and labor in the federal capital territory.
Yes.
Yeah, so it means the show is not just for clients, it's also for engineers because you're going to be
Developer.
employing laborers,
Yes.
right? For developers, you're going to be buying land, and for people who want to invest in land, and for people who are just out there, there's just
People
something
just
for
want to
everyone.
know
Yes,
because
exactly.
no
There's just
knowledge
something
is
for everyone to learn. And I also want you to engage us on all of our social media platform at WORIN Nigeria on Facebook, Instagram, and on WhatsApp on our WhatsApp handle, which is 0907748 1210. So chat us up and straight up we'll give you answers and we'll engage you in the discussions. Right? So like I said earlier, today's topic is we're talking about the laws and modalities that shape real estate and construction, right? So if you live in Abuja and you rent, you build, you invest, this conversation is for you. So first we're going to be talking about how land works in Abuja. Yes, works in Abuja. And yes, just like every other state, the deeds of assignment, all of the legal
the laws
whatever,
surrounding
yes,
buying
applies.
and
But
acquiring
then
land applies.
yeah, the minister stands as a representative of the presidency
Yeah.
that oversees everything around the land. And then we have the federal doesn't belong to the community, doesn't belong to families, it doesn't belong to chiefs. Earlier, you must obtain from the FCT minister, that's through the FCDA or the AGIS. Anything outside that is
Illegal.
yes, that's just it. There's no better word apart from illegal. It's absolutely illegal. And then the land process in Abuja will just explain who does what. You've been hearing these terms from us, but you don't actually know who they are. But this morning we'll be explaining it in total. Yeah, you're right.
Easy to
Yes.
understand.
So I hope you are with your Bible and your paper.
Mm.
Because I'm going to be lecturing you this morning. I and my colleagues will come with lecturer Mimi and lecturer Farida. Yeah, so the FCD is the Federal Capital Development Authority.
Also,
So if you're listening to me, if I say it after me. Federal Capital Development
Development Authority.
Authority. Yeah, so they plan Abuja. So they have the master plan with them. They design districts. So they design the districts in Abuja. They allocate land to institutions, right? That is what people should learn to value their money by doing the right thing. You don't jump process. right?
Yes.
So we
Do
also
your
have
due
the
diligence. Make sure you
absolutely.
um like I don't know the word to use, but make sure you do your due diligence in acquiring your land or house because it is your money
Yes, we need to
and you don't want to get it wrong.
and we like jumping process in this part of the world.
Yes.
So that is why we are doing all of the hard work of giving you this information. And then we have the Department of Land Planning and Survey. And what they do is they handle building approval. You want to go and build Burj Arab, the longest tower in the world, and you're going to mess up whatever you invest in it if you don't follow through all of this process. Building approvals. So in building approvals mean it's not when you start building you now go and meet them
You have to like
before
approve.
building, right? You have to that's you need to get the approval before building. And then we have the regularization, the plot revalidation. Yes, so you must ensure that that plot is revalidated. Yeah, and I like the term
Yeah.
revalidation.
Revalidation.
After validation still go back.
Go and do another
Validate
one.
it again
You're
and
going to be
Make
again.
sure you
investing a lot of
validate.
things.
Yes.
So that's it. And then we have the development control. I almost said development control. Yeah, and they refer to them as the police construction the police
Abuja.
of construction. They will come and catch you.
Yes.
So before they come and catch you, ensure you're doing the right thing because they are going to demolition. You do the wrong thing. But when you are doing the right thing, they give you the seal before you start. You know what seal does to you? See evidence.
Yes.
Then I show evidence. No cho cho cho. No be cho cho cho. They enforce. So they ensure that whatever master plan, whatever is supposed to be at the land, is essentially there, right? Is there essentially. So okay, so
All
the
right.
section, let's just hear from you. I
So
told
we're
you we
going
are
to
here
talk
to
about
lecture.
we're going to learn about how land is acquired in Abuja.
Yeah.
How you acquire land legally in Abuja. Now, there are only three legal ways to acquire land.
Only three. Oh.
Only three legal ways to acquire
Ehe.
land in Abuja. Any other ways is illegal.
On your own.
The first one is the direct allocation from the FCDA. As my colleague said earlier, the FCDA and the AGIS are the only authorized organization in Abuja that have the right to allocate land to you. So the direct allocation from FCDA. Now, the FCDA usually allocates land to like civil servants,
Yeah.
to cooperatives, corporate organizations, government agencies that want to build infrastructures, companies, and the rest. Then we have the mass housing or the PPP schemes.
Mm.
Now, this is where developers receive land legally and then they resell
Resell.
the plots of land to
Yeah.
people who want to build houses or anything you want to use the land for. Now, for example, the FHA estates,
Yeah. Federal housing.
Federal Housing Estate, the
The one in
Gwarinpa
Lugbe, Gwarinpa. We have a
Estate.
lot of them around. Yeah.
So what the developers do is they acquire land legally from the authoritative and then they sell this land to people.
some even build and then.
So there's
it
already
depends-
approval from the
yeah.
FCDA or the AGIS already from them, and then you ensure that they're giving you the legal document. You make sure that it has been approved before you can even get it from these mass housing and PPA schemes. And another way to get land is the revalidation and regularization
Very
of
important
land.
point.
Go and validate. Go and
Go back
Regularize.
again.
Again.
Revalidate
do it
again.
again and again. Make sure that that land does not belong to someone else. Make sure that the land is not illegal. It is not stolen. It has been approved for sale, so that you can buy it and you can claim.
Yes,
The
and
land.
at that point is very, very important. Revalidating and regularization.
Of
You
land.
must go back. At no point should you be so confident of the process that it's. And I like that point. He said, for lands earlier allocated but not perfected.
Because
Always
if
go
you
back.
don't do that and the government comes and sees your land or you're already building house, no, you already bought the land and you're already building your building on it,
Yeah.
and then they come to tell you that this house was acquired illegally and it does not belong to you or you shouldn't have it, and then they collect the land from you or demolish it and then you go, oh,
Demolish
the
is
government
gone.
is demolishing lands and everything. However, you didn't do your due diligence before acquiring the land.
It just goes back to our point previously. If you're putting money on a property, as much, and the funny thing is, in Abuja, people spend as much as hundreds of millions on
On
properties.
properties.
So why would you jump processes? So the point for revalidation, re-regularization, very important
Important.
for developers.
Very, very
Very, very
important.
important. You can't just say, okay, fine, even if it belongs to your family right from time, still approach the right organization. Have conversations with them, show them what you have, let them tell you what you need.
What you
That's
need.
why the point was, but not perfected. You must ensure that it is perfected. Yeah. This second session. I told you it's a lecturing session this morning.
All right. So we also have the illegal land problems in Abuja.
Yeah. Abuja,
The
the land
illegal
of
land
problems.
problems in Abuja. The land grabbing,
Yeah.
the illegal ways of acquiring land, and the rest. So the thing is, you do not buy land from villagers.
Yeah. Yeah.
A villager wants to send, it is a community land. I want to sell it to you, and I want to use your community to do this and do that, and they are now buying land from villagers instead of approaching the right authorities.
Yeah.
You are going to cry because they will seize your land.
Yes.
They will seize your land or
They
your
revoke
building.
it. Yes, they revoke it.
You do not approach villagers when you want to buy land.
Absolutely not. And you know there are some places where we've had those things that were prevalent, and when development came to those places, issues were like some of those Jai, whatever before development.
Durumi village.
Yes, all of those places.
All
Even
those
some of the
Karimo.
villages. Karimu.
Oh, it's called Karimo. So all those places,
Yeah.
you do not approach the villagers, the residents there, and tell them you want to buy land, and then someone will tell you, "Oh, we have one land close to the market side. You
Development will
can
soon get
this
there.
and
Just buy it, and you
and
don't
then
do
you
your
go and buy it."
diligence. No, it's going to it will be eventually demolished. Eventually, yeah,
These places will just end up being demolished.
demolished. Yes.
Another one is the area council land. You have to approach the right council. We've been saying this. You have to approach the right council when you want to get land. So area council, the land must be regularized at AGIS
Yes.
ages. If the area was marked for urban expansion or for recreational activities that belong to the government, public infrastructures and all those things, the land will go because the land has already been marked by the government, by the federal government, the area council. They already know what the land is for, and then you go get the land from a random person or a resident, and then the federal government comes to take the land from you because this land has already been marked for a particular purpose. So you make sure that when you're getting um, land,
From
the area
area
council
council, yeah.
land, it must be approved by AGIS. We already mentioned AGIS. We already mentioned that this FCDA and AGIS are the two legal authorized
There's no
agency
other body. So you have
for
to-
land. So you have to approach these people to get your land approved legally.
Absolutely. And you see, to just drive that point, if you are buying land from AMAC, area council, and whatever, ensure you still go to. We've said it, revalidation. I think
very,
we
very
should change
important.
the topic of today's edition to revalidation.
The revalidation of land.
Because I think that is where the issue is. So if you're buying from area council, it's very important you still go back to the AGIs because sometimes some of these lands are marked for public recreation centers and some other things, and some of these people are not informed on that. So where you get every information about lands in Abuja is going back to them, FCD, and get the right information.
Another way of acquiring land illegally in Abuja is building lands in road corridors.
That one.
Imagine building buying
Big
land
wahala.
over drainages or government property. The road, you're buying land by the road that is already marked to create a space.
Yes.
And that is where you decide to buy your own land. And you don't know this because you did not meet the right authority.
Exactly. Can you imagine people say building under power line?
You can imagine.
No,
that.
even if there's no agency to checkmate you, you should be able to. Even if there's no agency to checkmate you, you should be able to know that this thing it's not going to, this is going to affect you. It's not good for your own life.
Exactly. It's not good for
By
your
the time your house is blocking a drainage way, flooding and all of that, sir, you're welcome, sir. We have engineer Philip in the house. I mean,
Thank you,
Welcome,
thank
sir.
you,
thank you, welcome.
thank you. I heard that make sure road corridors that you should not get land in road corridors.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just want to share a light so that we can open the phone line for people that want to contribute
Yes, sir.
or share their knowledge on how Abuja land is being run. Of recent, they revoked all parks and recreation land, all parks and recreation land. The FCT minister revoked them. I don't know. They are trying to revalidate or change the land use purpose. But under parks and garden, there are different kind of land. There are park and garden for recreation. There are park and garden. There are road corridor park and parks lands
Okay.
where people get and just do temporary structure. Probably, you see those lands, those corridor lands where those car dealer used to do
Okay,
a
okay,
design. So
yes,
they are under
yes.
parks and recreation. They are temporary allocated land for
Such purpose. Yes.
such purpose. So, but they are temporary allocation. Anytime the FCT minister can, just as we heard some couple of months ago that he revoked some of these park lands. Anytime it's a temporary land, it's a temporary allocation. So whenever you are buying such kind of land, you have to make proper search, proper documentation. And I overheard you people in the conversation that if you want to acquire land, you go to FCDA, you go to AMAC, you go to AGs to make inquiry. Most of this land has been allocated to different individual. Most of those land has been allocated to most of Abuja land has been allocated to individuals, companies, and
Yes, sir.
so anytime any companies third party want to sell, probably it was allocated. I'm the first allotee, and I want to sell. If I want to sell and I come to you, it's not that it's bad to buy from you. All I just need is to do
yes.
my due diligence. I don't know, maybe you understand.
Yes.
I will want to know the title document. Okay, you say okay, the title document is at offer and the land is under AMAC land. I will have to go to AMAC to go and confirm,
Confirm
check
and verify.
check if the land exists there. If I check the file, if it's existing, then I can now I won't go to ages if there is no RFO, if there is no and it has not been regularized. I don't know maybe
Yes,
so the
yes.
next step for me to do after buying that land, I will go and regularize, go to ages, do the regularization and do all whatnot. I don't know, maybe you get me. Another areas is there is a department called cartography. They are the one in charge of the TDP, constructing, drawing the TDP, charted TDP. You can, if the property is having what's it called, TDP, you can go to cartography to confirm how authentic it is. I don't know, maybe
Yes.
you get it. So what I'm trying to drive down is that some lands have been allocated already. So people, individual sells those land. You can still buy for those from those individuals.
So make
But
sure they
before
got it to
paying,
the right,
before
cost.
paying, you must actually know the title document, and know which of the office you go and run a search on that title document to confirm if it is
For real.
if the papers are genuine. Like if the land is having FCDA RFO, you go to ages, you go and run a search. If the land is having CFO, you go to ages to go and run a search. If the land is having it has been regularized, it's having an RFO, right of occupancy, you can still find that in ages. You go to ages to find out how authentic the land document is. I think there are procedures, so that is why you need us, WORIN Nigeria, or you need the service of a lawyer to go and do those inquiries.
That was experience and expertise speaking there. He has been in this business over 20 decades, man. Over 2 decades, rather.
I never would.
20 years.
I never would.
Sorry, 2 decades, yeah. So thank you so much, sir, for that insightful contribution to that. And I told you already, we'll be engaging phone calls, and then the number is 070 72 42 6258. I'll call it again. 070 72 42 6258. I hope we have a lot of people who are listening to us. You're jotting, and then you have a lot of questions. We'll be receiving your questions, and then we'll be giving answers. Oh, we had a call, but then we missed that call. Please call in again. Call in again. I'll call the number again: 070 72 42 6258. Please call in so that you can answer your questions around acquiring land in the federal capital. All right, so we'll just move into the next sessions for the lecturing today. I told you we'll be lecturing you a whole lot on this topic because we don't want our listeners to make this mistake. And so we'll be going on a very short break, and then by the time we come back, we'll be giving you the other section of labor laws around constructions, and then every other thing you need to know around real estate
Acquiring
construction.
properties.
Yeah.
Property Talk with WORIN Nigeria. This land is mine. It's not yours. Look at my documents here to prove that it is mine.
This land is not your own, no. Oga, you better go and look for your own land. See my own document here. I don't pay for this land detail. Now my name did the documents like this. Look at my documents.
But this land has always been my own land. I've known this land. I've had this land for a while now. It is mine.
Land dispute is as old as civilization itself. From building collapse to authorized demolition, boundary disputes, and even encroachment by real estate developers. The good news is that you can avoid these property issues and harness opportunities in the housing sector with the right information. Join us as we discuss everything real estate and the construction industry on the program Property Talk.
Airing live every Monday at 12:30 p.m. on
Armed Forces Radio 107.7 FM, Abuja. Property Talk is proudly brought to you by WORIN Nigeria. Don't miss it.
this land is mine. It's not yours. Look at my documents here to prove that it is mine.
This land is not your own, no. Oga, you better go and look for your own land. See my own document here. I don't pay for this land detail.
Yeah, welcome back, our listeners. Yes, and then I know you've been waiting for us, and we're here once again. So, like I said before we went on the break, we'll be receiving your calls, and what we've been talking about is acquiring land in Abuja legal way, and then all of the best processes, and then the agencies you need to meet to also make sure that your papers are authenticated. And just before we went on break, Engineer Phillips sensitized us on a whole lot of intrinsics around that procedures. Yeah, and so please, we just need you to call in again if you have issues around land, if you need to procure a land, if you need our expertise, our consultancy. Yes, and that is why we are here. We are here for you. So, have you got any experience issues or anything around land? Just call in. We'll be here to receive your questions or what have you. So you can call us on this line 070 72 42 62 58. I'll call it again: 070 72 42 62 and 58. Please don't flash us. Please call in so that we can truly hear what you have to say or your questions. All right. While we wait for the next caller, we'll just go to the section. I told you it's a whole lecture that is packed for you. All right. We have a call.
Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from, please? Come again, sir.
Gabriel.
All right, Mr. Gabriel, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from, I don't work from Nasarawa.
Okay, what's your contribution or what's your question?
My contribution, I just want to only to ask that, is this program distributing the land in FCC or including Nasarawa?
Yeah, the topic we are dealing with today is on how to procure land in Abuja how to navigate getting land, and if you want to get land, how to do your due diligence on how to procure a proper so that you will not be duped. I think some other time we're going to be talking about other states like the neighboring state, Nasarawa, Niger, and other neighboring states around.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Gabriel, thank you for calling in. Please, you can still call in. Don't hesitate to call in if you are having issues or you want to contribute to the topic we are discussing this morning. The number to call in, I want to repeat that same number, is 07072 426258. I repeat, the number again is 07072 426258. You can be part of this program by calling us and give us what you want to say. You can continue, sir.
Yeah. So back to our lecture. Go to the section 5 and then section 6.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to continue from where my colleagues stopped because they've really said a whole lot about acquiring land. So yeah, we'll go to section 5, being building approvals in Abuja. Before anyone digs a foundation in Abuja, the following documents must be approved. You must have an architectural drawing, a structural drawing, a mechanical drawing, electrical drawing, site plan, very, very important, environmental impact assessment for large projects. So development control checks, to check the setbacks, the plot ratios, the building height, parking space, land use type, drainage alignment, and so on and so forth. Then we have why Abuja demolishes buildings regularly because of people. Build without approval.
Yes.
This is one problem we usually have in the in our environment at large, in our community at large also.
A lot of people build without approvals.
Yeah, they
and so
build.
they face the risk of getting their properties
Yeah,
demolished.
very correct. Then also alter approved drawings. Just because you want to, for your own selfish gain or whatever, you alter approved drawings given to you maybe by your architectures, given to you by some.
So people
understand?
can just get greedy along the line.
Yes.
Engineer will be able to talk more on this.
Yes.
You can imagine submitting our approval for a bungalow, and then because along the line you feel, you make more money by building maybe a duplex and what have you. At that point you have altered an approval.
All right.
What are your experiences around this?
Yes, just as what she said, those are the requirements. More also, just as she said, let me flip through what she just said. You need an architectural drawing, mechanical drawing, structural drawing, and electrical drawing, the site plan, and environmental impact text, and you need the document of the land.
Yes, sir.
The document contains the TDP. The document contains the TDP, the title document, if it is CFO, because those people you are taking the document to, they have to check it, they have to verify the document to be sure that you are the owner of the said document. And so those documents are very, very important. And I want to emphasize on this, if you are building around Abuja and the environs, you should have approval before going ahead. You should have approval before going ahead, because some people just do a fast one, go to the office, settle those people there, you just start going without the approval. And I want to tell you, those people, they may be taken out of that office in the next minute. You have to start back from square one again. So it's important to just do your documentation and get everything right before going. And normally it's not only just to get an approval. When you get an approval, before you even start doing anything on the land, you go to the area office of the main control around that area, show them what you want to do. They will take you and make sure that every setback as stated on the drawing is properly set out on site. Before you go ahead in every of your work on site, before you do the setting out, you must bring them to come and see. After doing the setting out, they will see, confirm it, and before allowing you to go ahead. Immediately you finish digging the foundation, you must call them. They will come and check the depth to be sure that what is approve, you go ahead. Before you go
What
ahead,
you're doing.
before you even cast the decking, before you do so many work, you call their attention. You work hand in hand with them. They have different department in development control. They have the what's it called, the
I'm planning.
we have a call already. Let's pick this one. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Can you please take down your okay, thank you. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Okay, my name is I'm calling from Haro.
Please stay away from your radio set, please. Stay away from your radio set. Okay. We're listening.
Okay, I've heard what you said, but how do we get land allocation? Like I'm a civil servant and I wish to get a land.
A quick one. Thank you for calling and thank you for asking that question. There are departments that are in charge of that, whereby you go and apply for land in the FCT, and a land will be allotted to you. That is why we had a meeting, an internal meeting. We want to partner with FCDA Development Control and be bringing down their staffs. There is new policy coming up every day now and then, every now and then. So I don't have the latest. We don't have the latest policy guiding on how to acquire land by you being the first allottee. So you will stay tuned. Probably you call us after the show. We'll have your number saved down. We'll give you a step-to-step guide on how to acquire land or to apply for land to be allocated to you. We're going to attach you to one of their officials so that they can guide you right, so that nobody will just give you wrong information. So please, after now, you call. We'll call out our number as we're rounding up the program. You can reach us after the program so that we can guide you properly. Thank you. We still have a call. Please try and call in. We have a few more minutes to go.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Any other stuff you want us to talk on?
So, sir, you were talking about. So I was even going to ask a question.
Yeah.
Do we have that often where people get approval for, even though you tried answering that question, where you need to ensure that every level in construction, you ensure that you engage these agencies. But do we usually have it often where somebody gets approval for a bungalow and then eventually?
Yes, and that is why in every areas under the FCT there are development control office, and every land has its use. We have low density, high density, medium density, and all that. And those, there are specifications of the kind of projects that can. I don't know, maybe you understand that. You see some places whereby you see the land use is commercial, strictly commercial. Some places the land use is parks and recreation. Some places, so there are regulations guiding every land use. I don't know, maybe you understand. And when you get an approval, probably you have in mind that the land use there is high density and you don't have probably low density, whereby you can't do more than a family, you can't do more than 2 families, and you want to do 10 families. You take a drawing for approval, you now go back door, use another drawing to start developing the land. You will face problem. You face so many problems, demolition problem people are experiencing, even in Abuja and outside Abuja. It's as a result of no proper approval is given. No proper approval is given. And I think we mentioned this in the last episode, that most times we don't do things to details here. Because if you are building, you should follow drawings, so that if there's any issue in future, you can go back to the drawing, know where and where to visit to resolve that particular issue. So people don't actually follow drawing. They don't actually follow details. If you watch films now, if you watch high-tech films, if you see when there is emergency in the building, they go visit the plan, the best escape route, the best. I don't know, maybe you understand. So, but here we don't have all that. You don't even have the drawings in the building. So it's called for attention. I don't know, maybe you understand. See, in every building, there should be an approved drawing. If you have an approved drawing and you have an approver, you are the owner of the land, you have an approver from the appropriate authority, no government can bring down that building. If they are going to bring down that building, they must pay for compensation. Now, if you don't have approval, you don't have mouth to talk.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, maybe you understand.
Yes,
You can't take
yes.
anybody to court. You can't sue. You can't do anything. You will be dumbfounded. That's why it is important to get approval, and the process is very simple. The process is very simple.
for that.
So if you want to get approval, we can get you approval.
Yeah,
So
WORIN
we,
is your blog.
we can get you approval. we can guide you right on how to get approval. Another document you will need before getting an approval is that you have to, an engineer have to attest a seal on them. I don't know, maybe you understand.
Yes.
An engineer has to do affidavit that is going to be the one to build that supervise that project.
Yes.
and take up the structure. So those are part of the requirements you need before getting approval. Another requirement, I think the last approval we did, is that the owner of the land, if it's a corporate entity that owns it, the CAC of that document and the passport of those that are directors in that on that organization, or if in an individual allocation, the tax of whatever of that person, the tax paper of that person, the affidavit of that person, the ID card of that person will be attached to the document to be sure that it is that person that is actually going for approval.
I told you it's a lecture packed edition today. So come and collect later. Awesome session. Thank you so much for that light. We have so much here, but we won't be able to do all of the things we've planned to discuss with you. In fact, there are some other things around tenancy laws and all of those labor laws, but we assure you there's going to be another edition so that our listeners can actually be open to these informations. And then I just want to tell you that even if you've not heard some of those things you want to hear, the conversation still continues off air. And the good thing about conversation off air is that your question can be asked and we can tailor answers to your needs. So it's very good. You comment, talk to us, chat us on our WhatsApp, and then tell us what those needs are. I tell you, WORIN is your number one plug around construction, real estate, investment in construction, and then hiring workers for your project. I tell you, WORIN is your number one plug. Do not hesitate to reach out to us. And then we are WORIN Nigeria, at WORIN Nigeria on all social media platforms. We are WORIN Nigeria, YouTube, your Instagram, Twitter, known as X, and then
Facebook,
X, and then
TikTok.
Facebook, TikTok, and all of those things.
LinkedIn,
Just
even on
engage our
LinkedIn.
post. Yes, even on LinkedIn. So when you ask us questions, comment, and let us know you listen to us and encourage us. And then give us your question. You will get the best of. As a matter of fact, we have legal partners who can as well give you answers on legal experience or legal issues. So if you need professional artisans, just like I said earlier, or professionals around construction industry, reach out to us. We will
Connect
give you
you.
well vetted and well learned artisans. So I would just want to hear from all of my we're all guests together this morning. I just want to hear one final say from every one of them. So Farida, can we hear from you? What do you have to say?
Okay, what I have to say is the process of acquiring land, it's better for you to go through that process than to not, because you face the consequences, and the consequences is more brutal than the stress you go through in acquiring your property legally.
Yeah.
So do due diligence.
Yeah.
Follow due
Yeah,
process.
Thank you, Farida.
Okay, I'll say always do the right thing so that you'll not enter into problems that you by yourself you can't handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it.
Engineer, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Just do what is right and at
Yes.
the right time.
Yes.
It helps you, most especially in construction, in process. You will not regret it, because the aftermath, what you spend in savaging at the beginning. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. That you've heard from all of us at WORIN. These are advice you should pay money for, but then it's given to you free of charge. So, like I said earlier, the conversation continues off air. You can chat us on WhatsApp on our number 090 77481210. I'll call that again. 09077481210. So you can call us as well off air on this contact 081 30608527. I'll call that number again. You can call us anytime. That's 30608527. Now, we've come to the end of today's edition. I hope you've learned a great deal. Until next time, be safe. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Better go and look for your own land. See my own document here. I don't pay for this land detail. Now my name did the documents like this. Look at my documents.
But this land has always been my own land. I've known this land. I've had this land for a while now. It is mine.
Land dispute is as old as civilization itself. From building collapse to authorized demolition, boundary disputes, and even encroachment by real estate developers.